Hello to everyone, everybody, everywhere, anywhere in the planet, our beautiful planet. Baha'i greeting of Allah to every one of you. I'm going to back to the topic that I wanted to speak about. That would be essentially the humanity, because we did cover up the divinity of God, a bit we spoke about prophethood. Now I have to go back to the humanity, which is actually the main subject. Really, when you look at it, humanity is the ultimate master of the universe. Everything revolves around him. Even the prophet of God, even the revelation of God, the religion of God, everything is to serve him. It says not we are servant of God, we are serving God. But in reality, service to God or to the truth is for our own benefit. So, the things that God tells us to do, or really suggesting in his book, none of it is to his benefit. Our being servant or being whoever does not give him any benefit. The only thing that he could enjoy, because God is not material, is so highly spiritual. The more we get closer and going away from the material and we become more metaphysical, the more understanding we gain, there's more chances for him to communicate with us and we receive him. I gave you the example before, the difference between the stone and the computer. Man can communicate with the computer and use it, not in a stone. So, let's talk about humanity. This is one of the prime directive of Shogi Effendi brought it last time. This applies to the entire universe. And that phrase is unity in diversity. This is a natural fact. That the entire universe is united as one being, but they're all made out of the individual particles, individual atoms, individual organisms, individuals, planets that they make, galaxies, individual galaxies. There's a huge unity going on. This applies also to humanity. Human being is one, definite as an individual, exists, but his real true meaning and fulfillment of his being, it comes when he comes in contact with other people. Like, we have to know ourselves in order to reach to that goal, let's say happiness that everyone is talking about it, of to know who we are. If we want to get the maximum enjoyment of a computer or a device, so we have to know what that device is. We are the same way. We have to know who we are. What are the things we do? There are a lot of things in our life we do and we are apologizing ourselves. Oh, I wish I didn't do that. Oh, I wish somebody was telling me not to do this. For God's sake, we don't know even how to eat yet. This is 21st century. So, I like to talk about this man and his relationship with others. Like, how the humanity of a man can really flourishes, manifests itself in all that manifold direction that it has inherently, naturally, unless it's talking to another people. Because to people you could show kindness, you can teach, you can learn. There are a lot of attributes and quality that are essential to be a human, and that can be achieved only in relationship with others. On your own, you would be just one cell, lonely. If a man is left without, not in contact with people for some long time, from probably his birth, and all of a sudden he comes among the people, he just does not know this art of communications. I even have noticed in the West, the children that they grow with animals, let's say dog or cat, especially dogs, and they have this sincere friendship with these dogs, when they grow up, somehow I've seen them, they're failing in the relationship because they think their wife or their husband is another dog or their friends to fetch it in, bring it in. So it's very important that if we grow with animals, we tend to become like them. It's osmosis pressure. From us goes in them, from them comes in us. So we have to contact people and be with the people and understand the whole picture of it. And that's the only way really we can show our humanity. To people we can show kindness and help, and as a result to gain those qualities and attributes that are essential for our spiritual, happiness. We know that, I've spoken this before I think, that Abdul-Baha says there are essentially 5 types of spirits. He calls it the spirit of mineral spirits and vegetations and animals and human. So this is how we have to grow gradually from these levels to see how we can come to the human spirits. If you see the spirits of mineral, let's say, a big piece of a stone or bunch of minerals of all kind of it piled on this table, they can be really doing nothing. After some time they get destroyed, they decayed. Something organizes them and sustains their living. We call that the spirit of vegetable or vegetations. Plant characteristics and program tends to put all the parts of this mineral by taking the water and minerals in, let the leaf does not decay. It stays on. The tree does not fall down because it has a root, it has a system. This system circles these minerals in a form of a tree and does not let them to decay. The moment the root is gone, you can see the tree, anything falls down in the maximum couple of years, you can see the entire tree is gone and vanished. So what keeps it alive and together is that a spirit of a program or a spirit of vegetation. So on, this spirit of vegetation is hooked, it's on the ground, can do nothing. And then we install, God installs, nature installs the program of animals, which is to see, to hear, and all those 5 senses. As a result, the tree starts to walk. An animal is a tree that walks. It's the same thing. All the characteristics of vegetable is in it, except that it can walk, it can see, it can. So the spirit of animal is in the control of the spirit of vegetations, and takes it around. It's essential for the vegetable in order to walk around to have those senses. And so is in the human being. The human spirit is in the control of animal and takes the animal to go. For example, animal says, oh, let's just eat. A dog can eat from the toilet. Man says, no, we can't do that. If you want me to eat, it has to be on a table, it has to be a plate, it has to be this circumstance, because those are my interests. Your interest is just eating, but I can't eat like that. So is when we have sex. An animal doesn't matter, as long as it's female, it goes. Man says no. This one no, this one no, this one no, this one no. It has to be beautiful, it has to be this, it has to be that. It can't be my immediate relative. So then you can see that man is in the control of animal. But as often you can see, if animal starts to control the human, then there is disaster. It's like the old lady walking in the street. Sometimes I've seen a huge dog basically takes the old lady or the small child. Dogs take them. Anywhere it goes, the man has to just follow him because it's too big to control. Some people are like that. This sense of 5 senses that are used to do other things, but the 4 desire, the instinctive desires of eating, of having sex, and sleeping, and reliving oneself, is controlling the entire human being. The human is in prison at this point. The computer has virus in it, and the main function of humanity to think, to see what is the best for the survival of the animals even, can't. Therefore, the guy gets into some other things, after the eating, the addiction comes in and the rest of it, and the humanity is kind of the program that's not functioning. So, a human, therefore, by definition, is the one who has the program that controls the animal actions and desire and the vegetable actions and everything. It sustains the life of the body, the human spirit, because it knows when to eat, what to eat, where to sleep, when to sleep, and what to do, what not to do. Without humanity. And this is the main definition. Without it, really the word human is hard to apply. Another subject that just comes in my mind right now is about this definition of self. A lot of time we talk about self. What is really self? When you say myself. Myself, I said myself. Our selves is so much connected to everybody else. This is why we are one big, huge organism. When you say myself, you're talking about also my daughter, my children, my mother, my father, my cousins, my uncles, my aunties, my friends, my countrymen, humanity. They're all yourselves. They're part of yourself. When you look at yourself is shared so much with others.